Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Science on Tuesday. We're going to keep learning about magnets this week, and I have a really fun story for you to listen to that goes along with a song that talks about magnetism. Go ahead and click on this link right here to listen to the story, and after that, we're going to move on to the next slide. Now that you've watched that fun story and listened to that great song, we're going to talk about how magnets work. So I'm going to read this to you, and once I'm done, we're going to go to another slide that's going to have a couple of questions to answer with this information. So, how magnets work. A magnet is a kind of object, so it's a thing. It has a magnetic force. It can either pull together, attract, or push away, which means repel. You can't see that force, but you can see how it works. Magnets attract or repel, which means to attract, which means to pull, or repel, which means to push away. Magnets also attract some metals, so different kinds of metals like iron, cobalt. Those will stick to the magnet and attract it. And if they're made of something like plastic or a feather or a metal that does not contain iron, like aluminum, it will not stick to it or attract. All magnets have two ends. We have the north and the south. They can be on either end. And over here you can see that there's an N and an S. Those represent the North Pole and the South Pole. If you have two magnets, the two North Poles would push away from each other. They would repel. But if you stuck it the other way and you have the North and the South come together, they would attract. You cannot push them together if they repel. The two South Poles will repel too, but a North Pole will attract a South Pole and they will pull each other together. So now that you've learned that information, I want you to think about these words. We have magnet, and if you want to repeat these after me, that would be great. So we've got magnet, attract, again, that means to come together. Repel, push apart. Magnetic, and then a pole. Remember, the pole is the end parts of the magnet, the north and the south. And these can, again, go in any order. So now that I've read you that little excerpt or that little part of that article, I want you to try and answer these questions after you've heard it now. So fill in the blank. A magnet has a blank pole and a blank pole. I've given you a big hint here, so I hope you get it right.